Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Ikaw ang Pangulo para sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao. Madilim na kahapon, ikaw ang mataahon. Sa piling mo, di ko mawawala ang korupsyon. Tayo na Pilipinas, tayo na magbago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa pag-asenso. Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte, para sa tunay na pagbabago. Masdan mo ang paligid, alamak mga krimen, rape, droga at mga nakawan, dapat nga mapigilan. Tayo na Pilipinas, tayo na magbago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa pag-asenso. Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte, para sa tunay na pagbabago.
Why am I here? I am here because I love my country and I love the people of the Philippines.
Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte.
The President is now proceeding to the kiosk for a live demonstration of the contactless check-in and self-bag drop facilities. These new key features of the new terminal building of Clark International Airport will ensure minimal contact between passengers and airport personnel, thereby providing a smooth, seamless, and safer travel experience.
Ikaw ang Pangulo para sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao.
Now, the President, together with Secretary Arthur P. Tugade, Secretary Vivencio B. Dizon, and Senator Christopher Lawrence Buong Tigo, is being briefed by Ms. Biyong Chungunco, Chief Executive Officer of the Luzon International Premier Airport Development Corporation, or LIPAD, on the use of a mobile device for the self-check-in.
Ikaw ang Pangulo para sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao. Madilim na kahapon, ikaw ang mag-aahon. Sa piling mo, di ko mawawala ang korupsyon. Tayo na, Pilipinas, tayo na magbago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa pagkasenso. Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte, para sa tunay na pagbabago. Masdan mo ang paligid.
At this moment, Ms. Buong Chungunko is now demonstrating the use of the self-bag drop facility.
Mga nakawan, dapat nga mapigilan. Tayo na, Pilipinas, tayo na magbago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa pagkasenso. Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte, para sa tunay na pagbabago.
Why am I here? I am here because I love my country and I love the people of the Philippines.
Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte, para sa tunay na pagbabago. Ikaw ang Pangulo para sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao. Madilim na kahapon, ikaw ang mag-aahon. Sa piling mo, di ko mawawala ang korupsyon. Tayo na, Pilipinas, tayo na magbago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa pagkasenso. Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte, para sa tunay na pagbabago. Masdan mo ang paligid. alamak, mga krimen, rape, droga at mga nakawan, dapat nga mapigilan. Tayo na, Pilipinas, tayo na magbago. Hawak kamay tayo para sa pagkasing.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
At ako, tayong lahat kay Rodrigo Duterte, para sa tunay na pagbabago.
Why am I here? I am here because I love my country and I love the people of the Philippines.
Ikaw at ako, tayong lahat kay
We may now be seated. Good afternoon, distinguished officials and guests. Welcome to the inspection of the newly completed terminal building of the Clark International Airport. To formally begin our program, may we invite the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Bases Conversion Development Authority, Secretary Vivencio B. Dizon, for his opening remarks and project briefing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. President, Mayor, as we gather here tonight in this grand architectural masterpiece, first of all, please join me and the rest of our guests in thanking and honoring the more than 3,000 workers, engineers, architects, designers who built this world-class airport and has made it a reality for every Filipino. This is a true testament, Mr. President, to the talent of the Filipino, his and her ingenuity and hard work. Sa lahat po ng mga karpintero, mga mason, electrician, engineer, arkitekto na gumawa nitong kamangha-manghang airport na ito, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Mr. President, thank you for your vision. When you started your administration, you had but one ask of all of us, mayor members of your government. You told us, please try, even just a little bit, to make the daily life of the Filipino more comfortable and bearable. Former President GMA, thank you for your vision for Clark and Subic, for paving the way for making this world-class terminal a reality. To the diplomatic corps led by Ambassador Michelle Bucos, thank you very much for coming. To our Senate President and our Speaker of the House, to our senators and the members of the House of Representatives who are here, thank you very much for your support. Thank you for giving everything to make build a reality. To BSP Governor Ben Jokno, a true believer in infrastructure development, and the person who actually coined the golden age of infrastructure and gave so much support to build and Clark while he was Budget Secretary. Thank you very much, Governor Ben. To Executive Secretary Salvador Medialdea, the members of the Cabinet, especially, to the twin pillars of Build, Secretary Art Tugade and Secretary Mark Villar. Mr. President, these two giants made build a reality. Despite the doubt, despite all the criticism, despite all the naysayers, even saying that this could not be made possible within the President's term. You have brought Philippine infrastructure truly to its golden age. And I think, and I dare say, that these two gentlemen should serve the country more and should continue in whatever capacity destiny will lead them. To our provincial officials led by Governor Dennis Pineda, Nanay Baby, Pampanga, Governor Susan Yap, Governor Abet Garcia, and all our other governors who are here, to our mayors of Central Luzon, especially the Metro Clark area, thank you very much for all the support you have given Secretary Tugade and myself to make this a reality. Marami pong nagsabi na hindi natin magagawa ito, pero nandito na po para sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan, and the province of Pampanga is mighty proud to host this world-class airport. Arguably, the best airport in the country. To our other local government officials led by Chairman Benher Abalos, to the mayors of the National Capital Region who are here, thank you very much for coming to Clark. Our message to you is simple. Clark is your airport as well. And finally, to our private sector partners, Megawide GMR, who built the structure, and to the Lipad Consortium led by Philinvest, Robinsons, PAGS, and Changi Airports Group of Singapore, the operator of the best airport in the world. Thank you very much for sharing your expertise to the national government and making this airport a reality for every Filipino. Maraming salamat po. Hindi po namin magagawa ito kung wala kayo. Maraming salamat. To all our honored guests, welcome to Clark International Airport. Mr. President, please allow me to just share with our guests a short anecdote. You may not remember this, Mr. President, but in the 26th campaign, in the few and very rare moments that we had a very deep conversation, it was in a motorcade in Malabon, Mr. President, and in front of us, there were people who were just shouting your name. They were all angry. And you told me, look at the people. They're so angry. And I asked you, Mr. President, why do you think they're angry? He said, because of the kind of life that they live on a day-to-day basis. A life confronted with drugs, a life where they cannot get a decent meal, a life where they cannot even get a decent form of public transport. And I remember the words that you told me that afternoon, that if we win, if you win, and you are able to just maybe alleviate that hardship, those difficulties, and make life even just a little bit more bearable for them, you would have succeeded in your presidency. I think this airport is a testament to that, Mr. President. It is a testament to what we have been trying to do in Clark, where we have tried to build a metropolis that is truly a metropolis for the people. A metropolis where people can walk safely and live the kind of quality of life and the kind of dignified life that every Filipino deserves. Where people have open spaces to enjoy. Where people have facilities, like the facilities that were used in the Southeast Asian Games, which gave so much pride to our people and inspired our athletes to perform at their best. Where there is efficient public transport. Secretary Tugade has been working so hard for that. Here in Clark, we launched a BRT system. We launched bicycles where people can ride safely, just to give them that kind of quality of life. And literally beauty, the beauty of nature, literally at their doorstep. And at the center of all this development in Clark is this world-class airport. And today, despite the challenges of the pandemic, in only 3 years, Mr. President, despite 2020 and the scourge of COVID-19, this truly world-class airport is now here for every Filipino to enjoy. Again, Mr. President, Mayor, daghang salamat, maraming salamat for your will, your strength and your resolve to push all of us to build, and build, and make the lives of every Filipino better and more comfortable, even just a little bit. And we hope and pray that your unprecedented infrastructure program will be continued by administrations to come. Thank you very much, and again, welcome to Clark.
Thank you, Secretary Dizon. At this point, may we invite the Department of Transportation Secretary, Secretary Arthur P. Tugade, for his message and introduction of our guest of honor.
Mr. President, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, distinguished guests, my fellow servants in government, my fellow Filipinos, ladies and gentlemen. Magandang gabi ho sa inyong lahat. Alam mo, even before I joined the Department of Transportation, ang kagawaran ng transportasyon, I had a wish, a longing, and a dream that one day, soon, at the Clark International Airport will soon rise a world-class passenger terminal. I shared this dream with Vince Dizon. I shared this dream with Mark Villar, and together, we agreed to put this dream into a reality. Today, we are all gathered here to say that the dream is over. The reality has come in. And when we say we have a world-class passenger terminal, it's not just a world-class. It is a facility that is fraught and filled with pioneering and really very historical features. That's why today, I'm so glad and so happy to be standing before you today saying that my dreaming, Vince Dizon's dreaming, and Mark Villar's dreaming is over. This is now a reality waiting to be used and to be cherished. But let me just tell you something, that this facility is filled with features which many have been unthink of in the Republic of the Philippines in the history of this country. Let me just narrate to you some swashbuckling features which perhaps will entice, if not totally excite you. Number one feature, which the President tested today when he entered. This is a facility that is contactless, meaning when you enter the facility and the airport wanting to check in, the process is contactless. You have to go to a machine, get your boarding pass, your baggages, all contactless. Once you have done that, you go to a section where you will have your boarding pass, and you get your boarding pass, you enter your boarding pass, and you register your luggage. Contactless. The weight will be determined. You put the baggage tag, and lo and behold, the cargo will move. Again, contactless. Never in the history of the Republic of the Philippines has any airport, including NAIA, has a feature where it says contactless insofar as coming in is concerned, contactless insofar as checking in your luggage is concerned. This is the first time it is happening, and it is happening at the Clark International Airport. And so today we talk of contactless. Do you know, and I have to tell you, it's also contactless when you order food in the concessionaire's outlet and in the various facilities. All you have to do is dial a number and you can do your ordering. Contactless. And as you do contactless on these airports, in the facilities of the airport which was constructed, renovated, and improved, in the term of President Duterte, nagpatayo ho tayo ng tinatawag na Heroes Lounge para sa mga military, para sa mga pulis, para sa mga LGU, law enforcement. Ito ho yung tinatawag nating Heroes Lounge. What is the innovation here at the Clark International Airport? You have the Heroes Lounge. At the same time, you have a lounge dedicated for the use of the overseas Filipino workers. Libre. You can use it exclusively for overseas workers. This is a recognition in fact, by this administration giving honor and prestige to the overseas workers and saying, we give you this facility you enjoy because in your own right, you are the modern day hero. And as we speak of contactless procedure, as we speak of what we say overseas Filipino workers, we know that for the first time, this will be an airport that will be connected with a train express coming from Makati all the way to Clark. First time you have an airport facility that will be connected and interconnected with a rail facility, reducing travel time. Airport express service will reduce travel time from Makati to Clark from more than 2 hours by land. You will only be traveling 55 minutes to the airport. This is the first of its kind where you have interoperable facilities in transportation. And I hope that these kinds of facilities and improvements will serve as a template for other international airports. Alam niyo ho, meron din ho tayong tinatawag dito na kung kayo'y papasok dito sa airport na to at kung kayo'y merong transfer domestic o meron kayong transfer international, hindi nyo na makikita yung bagahe nyo na, hindi na kayo buibit-bit ng bagahe, lahat ho yan, dipindot-pindot lang, and sasakay lang kayo sa mga connecting flight nyo that will bring you to your final destination domestically or internationally. And so these are the many things that are happening at this airport. World class. A passenger terminal with all these amazing features. So amazing that indeed you will say, this is one facility by the build team that we can truly be proud of, not only as a Kapampangan, but more importantly, as a citizen of the Philippines. Nung dati ho, pa-drawing lang, pa-planning lang. Ito ho, ginawa at ginawa. Build sa English ng tinatawag ng economic team. Ito ho yung naging bunga. Today is a beautiful day indeed. It is beautiful because we have a beautiful project. It is beautiful because we have the beautiful people surrounding us today celebrating a beautiful project. It is a beautiful day because this is one experience which will be cherished in a lifetime. A beautiful passenger terminal at the Clark International Airport. Mr. President, sir, this is the passenger terminal for the Clark International Airport, a beautiful facility. Mr. President, it is now ready to be used. Lilipad na ho ang facility ito. Handa na hong lumipad. Alok ng Pangulo President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Hindi lang ho sa Pampanga, hindi lang ho sa Central Luzon, kundi sa buong sambayanan. Let's cherish and enjoy these facilities, but immediately let us cherish the moment. To all of you, good evening.
May we now ask Secretary Dizon to please introduce our guest of honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's with great pleasure and honor to introduce the President of the Republic of the Philippines, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Metro Manila mayors. Pero 3 pages. Kindly sit down. Thank you. President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, Vice President Vicente Soto, Senate President, House Speaker Lord Alan J. Velasco, Executive Secretary Salvador Medaldia, Senator Bongo, French Ambassador to the Philippines Michel Boucou, Labor and Employment Secretary Silvestre Bellio, Health Secretary Francisco Duque, Trade and Industry Secretary Ramon Lopez, Tourism Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat, Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugade, Energy Secretary Alfonso Cosi, Presidential Advisor on Peace, Reconciliation and Unity, Secretary Carleto Galvez Jr., Presidential Spokesperson Secretary Harry Roque, Chief Presidential on Legal Counsel Secretary Panelo, Presidential Assistant for the Visayas Michael Lloyd, Metro Development Authority Chairman Benjamin Abalos Jr., Basis Conversion and Development Authority Secretary Vivencio Dizon, Senator Sherwin Gatalian. I see another Gatalian here. There were two of them. West Gatalian, yeah. Pampanga 2nd District Representative Juan Miguel Macapagal Arroyo, Pampanga 3rd District Representative Aurelio Gonzalez Jr., Pampanga 4th District Representative Juan Pablo Rimpi Bundok, Valenzuela City First Governor Wesley Gatchalian, Secretary, how do you address him? Pampanga Governor Dennis Pineda, another provincial governor, Pampanga Vice Governor Lilia Pineda, Magabalat Mayor Crisostomo Garbo, Angeles City Mayor Carmelo Lazatin Jr., Mayor City Francisco Moreno Dumaguso, and the other city and municipal mayors, the Chief of Police Guillermo Elizar, and the other members of the military warrior, fellow workers of government, ladies and gentlemen. That is the first part of my speech. I am only allowed 10 minutes, so that's 5 minutes. I have here 2 pages. It was prepared by the staff, just mine. It is my pleasure to be with you all as we inspect the new terminal building of Clark International Airport. You know, mag-segue ako. Looking at this beautiful edifice, I was coming here from the tarmac. I could almost not believe my eyes that another beautiful building, one after the other, built by Arthur Tugade. You know, Arthur Tugade was our class valedictorian in the law school. But he was already an officer of the Delgado Shipping. And by the time we were classmates in fourth year, he was already a billionaire. Maraming pera si Art. You know why I got Art? It has been my misfortune in life that really, may mga tao talaga, maybe slow learner or talagang mahina ang utak. But from high school to college, my standard grade was 75. And I graduated from high school almost 8 years, going 9. So I was not an achiever. But you know, the imponderables of life as a way of changing things. I became a mayor. And for 23 years, I was there in Davao. Then 4 years as congressman. Then another 4 years as vice mayor of my daughter. And on to the presidency. Wala masyado akong, I was a trial fiscal. Kung tanungin mo ako about the penal laws, I could give you everything that you need to know. But hanggang dyan lang ako, my forte actually was criminal law. And so for all of the things before I became vice mayor, I was costing along. It took me, I said, plus 3 years to graduate from high school. Nung na presidente ako, wala masyado. When I became president, I knew the meager things in the gray matter between the ears. Not so much about the technical, but I was a trial fiscal, a prosecutor. So hanggang dyan lang ako. Then when I went to school, met some guys, bright guys. I was left behind by 5 years. They were already lawyers. I was still struggling with the bar examinations. Then I finally got to be in the law school. Our class was star-studded. We had 2 justices of the Supreme Court, 3 of the top 10 during the bar exams were from San Beda, and lahat kami. So I chose when I became mayor, I got the valedictorian during our grade school days. He was a valedictorian from kindergarten up to wherever he graduated from the United States. Si Secretary Dominguez. Then Arthur Tugade and someone, and another bright guy. So when I choose my cabinet members, I choose si Ben. Talagang mautak yan. Si lahat. Almost all of them, or half of them were really cum laude and summa. I was the only one with a hanging 74. So, nung na-presidente ako, I choose the brightest, the best among my classmates. all valedictorians, half of them. And Tugadi was one of them. So nung nakita ko yung ginawa niya, may flashback in my mind was, I was never wrong in choosing him. But what is really very tragic is that Sunny Dominguez, the brightest, ano pa yan, voice of democracy champion, all of them, including Berna, magna cum laude from UP. But you know what? In one of the meetings, there were a conundrum of conversations. Tumingin lang ako sa kanila. At ngayon, pag dating ko dito, tumingin ako, trabaho ito ni Tugadi. So I was never wrong in choosing him. Berna, Benjokno, the central bank governor, Sal, who was a brilliant mind. Sometimes his attire is funny, but that's what he is. He likes it that way. So, you know what? I was just looking at them, talking. All magna cum laude. Isip-isip ko, wala man to. Their efforts, to me, is nothing. You know why? All of them, magna cum laude, were all workers of mine in the cabinet. Trabahante ko lang sila. So, that is how this building came about. I talked to Tugadi and said, improve all the airports. Now in the Philippines, lahat ng airports sa labas nila is to improve the airports. So I will continue. I am pleased that this new terminal building can accommodate 8 million passengers a year kung pupunta sila dito. This is twice the airport's current average capacity of more than 4 million passengers per year. I just hope that the local economy can absorb the number of people coming to visit the Philippines. It will surely help decongest traffic at the busy Ninoy International Airport and provide a better flying experience for local and tourists alike. I commend the Department of Transportation, the Basis Conversion and Development Authority, and all our partners from the private sector for this massive achievement. We are thankful that another major component of this administration's Build program is ready for the benefit of the people. This structure before us reflects the administration's unyielding commitment to improve the quality of life of every Filipino by providing big-ticket infrastructure projects such as this that will improve connectivity, mobility, create jobs, and disperse economic activity to the regions. This development will also certainly boost economic growth in North and Central Luzon and provide these regions their own gateway to the rest of the Philippines and the world. As we continue to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic and adapt a new normal, may we all look forward to a safer, easier, and more comfortable travel experience here at the Clark International Airport. Once again, Congratulations at maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Well, I have added, like to mention Ben Jokno. He was my budget, and then he became our central bank governor. Mayor Vico Soto of Pasay City. Pasig City. Mayor Lino Cayetano, Taguig City. Mayor Francis Zamora, San Juan City. And Mayor Rex Gatchalian, Valenzuela City. Buhay kayong lahat. Puro marurunong to. So with this kind of brain work power, the Philippines can never go wrong except the politicians. Thank you. Mabalik po lingkod.
Hindi na sir, mag-sit na sir. Pwede ka magbaw lang sir.
The security says I have to go. The plane is there waiting. I'm going home to Davao. But before that, as is my usual, I always defer to the people out of respect.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.